Let's continue our classes. Urban National Security Strategy. When is the Chief of Defense Staff (CDS) understood the need of urban national security strategy. NSS sparking debates about models of NSS document. What is national security strategy? Okay, NSS is a concise summary of a country's strategy, vision, and objective, and encompasses domestic and external challenges, and addresses traditional and non-traditional threats and opportunities, and updated periodically. Why is India needed written national security strategy? Lack of written policy, the only political direction for the armed forces in Raksha Mandri's operational directive of 2009, which has not been updated. Major powers like the United States, UK, and Russia have published and updated NSS changing security dynamics and parody and can encourage like the government to regularly view threats, opportunities, and global security trends, ensuring involving the challenges like the hybrid warfare, Chinese Navy's growth, etc. are addressed primarily. Frame for effective long-term planning and coherent future strategy will help avoid taking short-term and ad-hoc, hasty, and regime-centric decisions on important national security issues. A strategic signaling on bold order will clarify India's strategic intent to influence on force, highlight its roles as a security provider in the Indian Ocean, and establish clear operations with the partners. Continuity to defense planning. Okay, discontinuation of defense plans, 5-year plans, and long-term perspective plans, 15-year plans adds urgency to formulate the NSS. Okay, operational clarity and help guide decision making in areas like delegation of operationalization of theater commands, etc. It will reduce ambiguity and build meaningful accountability by acting as a reference for a peer view by thinking as a adopt the whole of national approach. It can help build a synergy for harnessing comprehensive national power and coordinate operations effectively. Common elements of NSS. Okay, strategic deterrence, territorial integrity and sovereignty, economic, maritime, cyber, food security, counter-terrorism, and internal security, nuclear policy, and non-proliferation. Non-proliferation. That means what? Okay, non-proliferation. Okay. Next, challenges in the quantify NSS in the lack of political will. Factors like the political will, concerns and national security issues, fear of accountability, limited expertise on defense matters, have prohibited the political leadership from formulating an NSS, loss of strategic flexibility, implementing an NSS would commit the political leadership to a specific approach, whereas ad hoc policy making follows allows flexibility. Example, Israel operates without formalized NSS policy, resource allocation, effective NSS implementation necessitates the required national and human resources and capability building to meet set objectives. Like weak institutional support and policy feedback. Only few defense and security think tanks currently exist in India. Previous steps taken to draft NSS. The Kargil Review Committee and report 2008 presented recommendations on national security, yet failed to realize immediately as formulation. The Naresh Chandra Committee or Saturday 2011 it enabled comprehensive discussions on security parameters but failed to live up to the analysis of the Defense Planning Committee 2018 chaired by the National Security Advisor. It is a permanent body tasked with preparing a draft national security strategy among others. The Hura Committee was set up in 2018 to suggest comprehensive national security strategy to address following security challenges and enhance its defense capabilities. Suggested the following tenets to draft and assuming our right for base in global affairs, playing a significant global role, achieving a secure neighborhood, cooperation and stability in the neighborhood, peaceful resolution of internal conflicts, integrating Northeast, combating terrorism, protecting our people, economic security, cyber threats, climate change, strengthening our capabilities, maritime borders, space, strategic communications, conclusions can spell out clear-cut ways and means while relying on delegations, energy, and operational freedom at cutting-edge level. It will force an initiative, innovation, and improvisation. Two versions of the document can be released to mitigate the confidentiality in issues. Public version for external stakeholders and advertisers as the scenery our intentions or methodologies can classify versions for security agencies to act upon as India's and America attempts to verifying a prosperous and self-reliant future is crucial to discard hesitations and ambiguity national security planning. Okay, joint doctrine for cyberspace operation. Why the okay, Chief of Defense CDF released India's first joint doctrine for cyberspace operations. One of the joint doctrine for cyberspace operations JDCO emphasizes on understanding military aspects of cyberspace operations. The move highlights how cyberspace has emerged as crucial domain in modern warfare in addition to additional domains of land, sea, and air. Recognize the cyberspace warfare, computer vendor based on politically motivated conflict by state and non-state actors, cyber warfare ecosystem is equal to cyber terrorism, cyber fraud, cyber spying, cyber stalking, etc. About cyberspace. Cyberspace refers to global volume of data, information communication technology, ICT systems, processing, storing, and transmitting digital information codes, regardless of whether they are connected or not. Okay, military advantage operating in space, real-time intelligence gathering, offensive and defensive, improved communications, vulnerabilities of operating in cyberspace. Cyberspace warfare or cyber attacks can disable official websites and networks, disrupt or disable essential services, steal or alter hospital cripple financial systems. The significance of the doctrine provides conceptual guidance to commanders, armed forces staff, and practitioners in planning and protecting cyberspace operations. For join us The integration of three services, Army, Navy, and Air Force, are prerequisite of the creation of a much integrated theater of commerce competing globally. As countries like China have developed significant cyber warfare capabilities, including other workplace to integrate or destroy adversaries, military assets, and strategic networks. Preventing hostile actions in cyberspace can impact nation's economy, cohesion, political decision making, and ability to defend itself. Other measures taken for strengthening cyberspace capabilities in the Defense Cyberspace Agency (DCA), established in 1929, the DCA as a tri-service agency responsible for handling cybersecurity threats and coordinating cyber defense efforts across the three services. Exercise as directed by the Defense Cybersecurity Agency develops cyber capability to all cybersecurity organizations, permanent energy, long-term all stakeholders. Cyber emergency response team (CRTs) established by defense services to prevent and react to cyber attacks. Cyber security operations and desk for CSOC monitors and manages cyber threats, ensuring the protection of cyber-related information and communication systems, especially in as of rifles. Conclusion: doctrine is poised to shape future military strategies and operations, reinforcing the entire lore of cyberspace in national defense. About the Chief of Defense Series was most created in 1992, rank 4 Force General. The Group Minister Geom in 2001 had recommended the creation of the post-based Ministry K. Subramanian Committee of Functions and Responsible Heads of the Department of the Ministry of Affairs created within the Ministry of Defense and functions as its Secretary. The Permanent Defense Permanent Chairman of Chiefs Staff Committee, a member of Defense Acquisition Council, chaired by the Minister of Defense and Defense Planning Committee, chaired by National Security Advisor, acts as a military advisor to Minister of Defense and all tri-services matters, military and military advisor to Nuclear Command Authority, ASIAN, Inter-Services Prioritization to Capital Acquisition and proposals based on the anticipated budget. Functions as the military advisor to the Nuclear Command Authority. CGS do not exercise any military command, including all the three services chiefs. Okay, about aircraft carrier, the India's Defense Ministry recently announced plans for India to commence building its second indigenous aircraft carrier with the intention to be conducted 5 or 6 more in the future. More than an aircraft carrier often offers a wide range of strategic services, including surveillance, air defense, airborne early warning, protection of sea lights, of communication, SLOC, and anti-submarine weapon. Navy Perspective Flight 1985-2009 message as the requirement of 3 aircraft carriers with two to be operational east and west coast and one in if any requirements was reaffirmed in maritime capability of respective plan 2021-27 Parliamentary Standing Committee on Defence reported that at present in the Indian Navy operates 245,000-ton aircraft carriers in the INS Paramati and INS Vikram. Both are conventionally powered carrier and non-nuclear the use of Skychip rams to assist aircraft takers. The INS Vikram means violent India's first indigenous carrier has been constructed by Gojin Shipyard Limited within the INS Paramati was bought from Russia and operational deployed in 2014. The INS Vikram marketed India's entry into the select group China Force, China Finance and the US and the UK of nations capable of constructing their own aircraft carriers. Cochin Shipyard Limited CSL is poised to begin construction on India's third largest aircraft carrier. This second indigenous aircraft making a significant step towards expanding India's travel fleet. The aircraft catapult assisted takeoff barrier arrest recovery versus catapults steam or electromagnetic or aircraft transit operated by the US limits and four classes and finance. France starts with the goal China's Fujian can launch aircraft with heavy payloads and the low thrust to reach weight ratios such as AWAC's high development and maintenance costs. Stop or short of barrier arrest recovery uses Skygems for aircraft launch without catapults operated by the India's ANS Promathan, INS Russia and China. Simpler and cheaper than Kotobar but limited to high thrust to weight ratio aircraft. Okay, cannot launch aircraft with heavy payloads. STOVL short takeoff and vertical and cheapest types to build often using conventional power. Many features Skygems for lax recovery systems for airline is suitable for aircraft capable of vertical or short takeoffs and landings. Okay, why India needs a third aircraft enhancing blue water tracking capabilities in the Navy is considered with the blue water force and third aircraft carrier would further reinforce the capability of India. Such capability is important aimed India's bid to be a security provider and maintain a favorable balance of power in the Indian Ocean region where it faces China. Continuous operational readiness 3 areas ensures there are 2 ways but at least two are always operational, providing coverage for both India's eastern and western seaboards. So, incorporation of advanced technologies. The third carrier IAC-2 may feature advanced systems like the electromagnetic aircraft launch system EMLS and Kotobar for launching FAR aircraft and enhanced capabilities, facilitating production of India's software in peacetime with the aircraft provider of humanitarian assistance and disaster relief HDR, complementing their also ambitious and their other sea lift mechanisms. Navies are classified in terms of colors. Brown water for Sea Navy whose operations operations are restricted close to the shore where the water is in a green water flows a navy that can go further out. Okay, blue water flows. Okay, and then go into the vast deep oceans of the world. Okay, conclusion: navigating financial constraints and operational challenges while advancing technology's capabilities will be crucial for India to maintain and enhance its aircraft carrier capabilities amidst regional competition and geopolitical dynamics. Okay, by aircraft carrier versus summarize India's first chief of defense staff considered aircraft carrier expansion analysis arguing that the Indian military was not expenditure force and did not need to carriers and distance locations. Moreover, there are concerns about the vulnerability of aircraft carriers to sea launched and shore based missiles which underscores the presence of submarines with their stealth capabilities and defense are less reliant on a protective screen of battleships, okay, compared to aircraft carriers that operate prominently on the surface. However, both aircraft carriers and submarines are essential components of a balanced naval strategy. Both have complementary roles. Submarines focus on stealth and offensive capabilities, while aircraft carriers offer versatility and comprehensive mission support. Forest is designed recently. Government approved a central sector scheme, National Forest Infrastructure Enhancement Scheme, NFIS for the period from 2024 to 2021. The scheme was approved. The conduct of expected increase in the workload of forestry science laboratories as biology, Sakshia, Agni, and 2023 mandates forestry investigations for officers including participants 7 years or more. Government approved under NFIS. NFIS include establishment of campuses of National Forestry Sciences University FSU, establishment of Central Forestry Science Laboratory, enhancement of access infrastructure of NFSU in Delhi. Financial outlay of the scheme will be provisioned by the Union Minister of Home Affairs and its converts. Carbon forensics include applications of scientific methods and techniques to investigate crimes and gather evidence for use in legal proceedings involves collecting and preserving and analyzing physical evidence to support the refute or refute processes on the court of law. The techniques used in forensic DNA analysis, fingerprint analysis, ballistic technology, or toxicology, forensic for electronic devices, significance of forensic criminal offenses, particularly when such money is lacking or under deterrence. Advanced forensic may deter potential criminals, knowing that sophisticated methods can link them to disaster victim identification cases of mass disasters, terror attacks, or war crimes. Historical and archaeological insights providing new insights into the past events and civilizations. Cybercrime fighting computer forensic has become increasingly significant in combating cyber threats and solving digital crimes. The challenges in forensic in India. Forensic crime is also limited number of forensic laboratories and they are often under resourced and overburdened, leading to significant backlogs in case of processing. Okay, example 40% of shortage of staff in forensic labs across India. We had a budget budgetary allocation for modernized state police forces, including forensic capabilities. Okay, quality and standardized lack of standardized procedures and protocols across different forensic laboratories resulted in inconsistency in forensic research. Legal and institutional challenges related to admissibility and reliability of forensic evidence in court duty issues like contamination, improper handling, etc. Bureaucratic hurdles and lack of effective integrancy. Interagency coordination is often with inefficiency and miscommunication. We found recommendations by Mariam Emeritus to establish a mechanism for coordination amongst investigators, forensic experts, and prosecutors at the state and district level of effective investigators. Strengthen forensic medical legal services with adequate training facilities at the state or central level for the experts to medical legal work training and capacity building. A long introduction training program for newly recruited prosecutors and judges, a part of which should be with the police, forensic laboratories, schools, and prisons. UGC should consider creating a department of forensic science and at least all the four major university later forensic sciences could be introduced as subjects at the school level. Other cybercrime investigation expands linear cybercrime coordination at I4C initiative with a focus on training more cybercrime investigations and establishing more cyber forensic tabs. Okay, public-private partnerships encourage collaborations between enforcement agencies and private forensic labs to expand capabilities and reduce backlogs. International collaboration strengthen ties with international forensic institutions for knowledge exchange and transfer of technology in digital forensics and emerging fields. Financial Action Task Force (FAD) is the Financial Action Task Force plenary held in Singapore adopted a mutual elevation report (MER) of India, more than the first mutual elevation evaluation of India was adapted into the state. The current MER places India in the regular flow of category and recognition initiatives like Gender, Aadhaar Mobile, Trinity, and student regulations on cash transactions, which have significantly increased financial inclusion, digital transfer, making transactions more traceable. What is MER or of FD? MER is an assessment of countries' measures to combat money laundering and the financing of terrorism and proliferation of weapons for mass destruction. The reports are peer reviews where members from different countries assess another country. During a mutual evaluation, the assessed country must demonstrate that it has an effective framework to protect the financial system from abuse. MER has to make a modest effectiveness, rating, technical compliance, assessment, and categorization of countries in MER. Regular follow-up the top most category, only 24 including India, UK, Italy, France, and Russia members. When G20 are in the category enhanced follow-up, these are countries with significant efficiency, includes even developed countries like the United States, Australia, and several European nations. ICRG review for higher risk and other monitored disputes that have a 1 year observation period to address deficiencies. Failures to address deficiency may result placement of the countries in the black of gray list. Okay, significance of being placed in a category like financial stability and integrity. In demonstrated the stability and integrity of the financial system, global financial market access, better rating lead to improved access and increased investor confidence. UPA global expansion supports global expansion of India's unified payments interface. UPA commitments of international standards underscores countries' proactive stance in global fight against financial crimes. Financial task referee agency, it was established in 1989 by a group of 7 G7 summit held in Paris. Membership 38 member countries, including Russia, whose membership is currently suspended. This member of since 2010. According style regional bodies, these are 9 regional bodies established for the purpose of disseminating the international channels of combating money laundering, financing of terrorism, and proliferation. The key role integrity of the international financial system is international watchdog to combat money laundering, terrorist financing, and other related threats in the financial system. It sets the standards of countries and regulated entities for the interest financial and non-financial. Financial inclusion, supporting financial inclusion became a priority for the FADM in the late 2000s, bringing more people into the formal financial system where transactions can be more easily monitored. FADM has also launched a project on unintended consequences, which includes a focus on financial excess in grey and black list of FATF. These are countries identified as jurisdictions to measures to combat money laundering and terrorist financing. Grey list jurisdictions under the increased monitoring of countries that are actively working with FATF to address the strategic deficiencies in the regimes. These are countries that have committed to also identify the strategic deficiencies within the agreed timeframes and are subject to increased monitoring. Black list high risk jurisdictions subject to a call for action. Countries for or jurisdictions with a serious strategic deficiencies for such. The FATM calls on all members and urges all jurisdictions to apply enhanced due diligence and the most serious cases. Countries are called upon to apply countermeasures to protect the international financial system. What makes functioning of FATM less effective? Perceived lack of objective. FATM makes decisions by consensus, and now formal rules exist as how many members must subject to. There's a current proposal of spare a country from inclusions in grey list. Weakness in listing regime. There is no recognition of differences between jurisdictions in the grey list that lack the necessary technical or administrative capacity to FATF recommendation. Jurisdictions that may have the capacity but would be unwilling to placing non-compliant countries either in blacklist or the grey list doesn't allow for a flexible and gradual response against the terror financing countries. The lack of effectiveness FATF relies upon assurance without actually considering actual performance. For example, Pakistan has removed from its grey list as it implemented FATF recommendations. However, there is still exists lack of actions against terrorism and terrorist financing, enhancing from terrorist and risk control. Marginalization of global south voices for many countries in the global it is challenging to justify putting sufficient resources into the fight against money laundering. As a result, many countries, Africa, for example, appear to be regularly placed of grey list. Emerging source of terror financing and the rise of cryptocurrencies and other virtual assets have provided terrorists with new avenues to move funds anonymously and internationally. Okay. Way forward for making FATF more effective. Categorization with the grey list. Categorization of countries in grey list based on their willingness to compliance can ensure effective tackling of terror and financing and money laundering. When enhanced transparency in functioning, this can be done by formalizing the appointment at various positions and staff with the Secretariat through a transparent and open competitive exam. Further steps should be taken to ensure job security and independence of Secretariat. Okay, tailored response to need of poor countries. Countries in need should be provided with special assistance for strengthening their legal, regulatory, institutional, and financial supervisory for global cooperation. Close cooperations and coordination with other key international organizations including IMF, World Bank, United Nations, and FATF style regional bodies can help FATF to meet its objective. Capacity building. FATF should continuously strengthen its standards to address new risks such as regulations of virtual assets which have spread as cryptocurrencies gain popular news ensures United Nations Security Council (UNSC), United Nations Security General Assembly, newly elected Denmark, Greece, Pakistan, Panama, and Somalia to UNSC, which each year elects 5 non-permanent members out of 10 in total. UNSC of a 2-year term through a secret by the UNSC. The Genesis established by the UN Charter in 1945. It is one of the 6 principal organs of the United Nations. Members composed of 15 members, 5 permanent and 10 non-permanent members: China, Russia, USA, and UK, and the United States. Okay, functions for primary responsibility for the maintenance of international peace and security. Next, we have the multilateral peace operations. Okay, SIP published a topical background titled Multilateral Peace Operations Development and Trends on Important Development Related to Multilateral Peace Operations during 2020. The key findings for multilateral peace operations. Okay, the largest number of multilateral peace operations were conducted by the United Nations. India was the highest contributor of military personnel for UN keeping forces. Peacekeeping force in 2016, multilateral peace operations were active in 37 countries. Largest deployment of peacekeeping forces was in sub-Saharan Africa. Project 20 INS Kitananatha project V20 anti-submarine warfare established converted visited Brunei as part of the operational deployment. About P-22 was aimed at building 4 indigenous SW corvettes or Kamarata class ships. Features of SW corvettes equipped with anti-aircraft guns, torpedo launcher, and an early warning fire control radars, etc., can be deployed in nuclear, biological, and chemical warfare conditions. Utilized indigenous developed special high-strength warship grade steel type DMR 240, designed by Indian Navy's Directorate of Naval Lesson, built by Garner Research. Shipbuilders and engineers, GRC in Kolkata ships, INS Karbatra, INS Kithan, and INS Karavati. From Indian Army received first indigenous loitering munition, suicide drones, Nagastra, one aboard Nagastra, one developed by Solar Industries Economics Limited, EEL Nagpur, can utilize hostile threats in kamikaze mode with a GPS enabled precision strikes with an accuracy of up to 202 meters. Kamikaze refers to members of a Japanese air attack corps worldwide to assign to make a suicidal crash on target such as the ship. However, Nagastra 1 is capable of carrying out Japanese air. Was capable of carrying out precision strikes on enemy camps without endangering the lives of soldiers. Equipped with a day and night surveillance cameras, carries 1 kg high explosive fragment or unique features include about recovery and reuse facilitated by a parachute recovery mechanism. Budra missiles was successfully flight tested from Su-30 Mk1. Okay, about Rudra M2 indigenous developed solid propelled air launched missile designed for air to surface operation. Okay, next we have developed by the Defense Research and Development Organization in 2000. Rudra M generation anti-radiation missile energy arms was successfully tested in its first indigenous air arm of Indian Air Force. It is equipped with the internal inertial navigation system, INS global positioning GPS navigation system, and passive homing head PSH. PSH can detect, classify, and engage targets over a wide range band of frequency as programmed. Microwave obscurance shafts, rocket MOCR, MDRDO handed over the medium range microwave obscurance shaft, MR to the Indian MR MOCR developed by DRDO's Defense Laboratory in Jodhpur. Purpose obscure radars in the specific staff is a passive electronic countermeasure consists of electronically conducting fine fiber of resonant length to act as a microwave dipole. Working mechanism: the rocket when fired forms a microwave obscurant cloud in space, thus creating an effectively shield against hostile threats having radio frequency seekers. Okay, Javelin anti-tank weapon system. India and the United States held discussions on the co-production of American Javelin missiles in India. As per the reports, about Javelin anti-tank weapon system, world's premier single and portable medium range anti-tank weapon system, missile automatically guides itself to the target after launch. Fire and forget principle. This allows the gunner to take the cover and avoid counter fire. Can be safely fired from inside buildings or bunkers. Exercise news. GMAX bilateral Japan India maritime exercise GMAX 2024 for commercially Yokosuka Japan. There is 8th edition since its inception in 2012. Exercise Hopax is a joint military exercise between Indian Air Force, IFM, and Egyptian Air Force, aimed to promote bilateral and regional cooperation. IAF's Rafale fighter jets C-17 Global Masters and IL-78 tankers are participating in the exercise location Egypt. Next we have environment. Small island developing estates and climate change. Why there is a Panama became first nation to evacuate island community over climate event. More about this, about 300 indigenous Juna families are being relocated from the Gardhi suburban in the line to the mainland Panama due to the concerns of rising sea levels. Many such small incidents, island developing states SIDs are facing existential threats due to rising oceans. Okay, Panama. Okay, next we have coalitions for resource resilient infrastructure CDRA. Infrastructure for resilient island states IRIS program. The recently CDRA around 1.38 million funding through IRIS program to support disaster resilient infrastructure in SIDS. Announced at the United Nations Fourth International Conference on SIDS in Antigua and Barbuda. IRIS program was won the 2024 UN SIDS Partnership Award for its contribution to the sustainable development of SIDS through innovative and impactful partnership. About IRIS program, members CDRA with members Australia, European Union, India, the United Kingdom, and the SIDS respectively launched at COP during the World Leader Summit in the Infrastructure Resilient Accelerator. IRIF 2008 US $50 million trust fund to support global action on disaster resilient on-off infrastructure systems established with the support of UNDP and UNDPR with a special focus on developing countries and SIDS. IRIF supports the IRIS program. A CDR was launched by Indian PM for the United Nations Climate Action Summit in 2009. Secretary New Delhi, India, to promote the resilience of infrastructure systems to respond to climate and disaster risk, thereby ensuring sustainable development. Okay, about small islands. States are a group of small island countries and territories that share similar sustainable development challenges and face similar social, economic, and environmental vulnerabilities. Not all states are islands. Belize, Guyana, and Suriname are also included because of the common character. Examples of SIDS: Maldives, Seychelles, Marshall Islands, Solomon Islands, Suriname, Mauritius, Papua New Guinea, Vanuatu, Guyana, Singapore, etc. The three geographical regions in which SIDs are located are the Caribbean, the Pacific, and Atlantic, and Indian Ocean and South China Sea. ISCs are recognized as a special case both for their environment development. The United 1992 United Nations Conference on Environment and Development. Okay, common characteristics of SIDs: remoteness, making access to good amplification, small populations, limiting productions for economic growth. Okay, dependence on oceanic resources, making ocean and marine resources vital of their economies, limited access of finance. Okay, most SIDs do not qualify for constitutional finance as they are categorized as middle income countries. Okay, how is climate change affecting SIDs? Okay, despite their minimal historical greenhouse gas emissions, SIDs waste some of the most severe climate change in the form of loss and damage due to extreme weather events, sea level rise, ocean acidification, high temperature, climate variability, etc. Threat of forceful expansion due to coastal erosion and submersion. Example, it is where by 2050 half of the world's capital will be flooded by tidal waters. Economic impacts, example, ocean acidification impacts marine ecosystems like coral reefs and affects security, tourism, fisheries, etc. From 1970 to 2000, the STS lost $153 billion due to weather accidents, significant amount relative to the average GDP for SIDs of 13.7 billion US. Okay, this proportion impact on indigenous population, fear of less of connections to culture, roots, traditional livelihood, and way of living. Climate changes accounting for only 1% of the global emissions. SIDs hold the least responsibility for the climate, livelihood, and way of living. Climate changes is accounting for only 1% of the global emissions. SIDs have the least responsibility for the climate crisis, yet suffer from its worst effects. Lack access to economic progress and technological advances to tackle climate change. Despite being disproportionately affected by the climate change, they had access to a mere $1.5 billion out of the $100 billion by the budget in 2019. The aggregate populations of all SIDs living across more than 1,000 islands is less than 1% of the world population. Adverse impacts on due to the heat waves and increased outbreaks of vector-borne disease, access to drinking water, climate change, and sea level rise are likely to threaten freshwater resources through seawater insertion within the freshwater qualifiers. Okay, example, Bahamas is almost entirely dependent on groundwater. Agriculture and food security affected by heat stress changes in soil moisture and evaporation, transpiration, and changes in extreme weather events such as tropical cyclones, floods, and storms. Okay, therefore, enhancing adaptive capacity, integration of appropriate risk reduction strategies with other sectoral policy initiatives in areas such as sustainable development planning, disaster prevention and management, integrated coastal management, and healthcare planning. Okay, improve data collection and technical capacity through climate change impact and vulnerability assessments for effective, efficient, and beginning and planning of adaptation policies and strategy. International financial due to high cost of adaptation and mitigation, international assistance is vital for research into traditional, natural, and innovative forms of adaptation. Bridge-on Initiative 2008 to address the immediate needs of countries facing debt distress purposes SDGs, similar packaging investing SDGs while stressing the need for reform of the international financial architecture. Okay, natural waste solution, tapping traditional knowledge and innovations for using natural resources and process to reduce impact of climate change. Example, blue carbon plus restoring recurrent ecosystem etc. Promote renewable energy increase due to use of wind, solar, and geothermal power as well as ocean thermal and tidal energy conversion to reduce reliance on fossil fuels. Example, SIDS Lighthouse initiatives target of 10 gigawatts renewable energy installed capacity in all SIDs by 2030. The government, the Alliance of Small Islands is AOSIS. It is an intergovernmental organization which plays an integral role in carrying out advocacy for small island rights and influencing international environmental policy. Global Conference on the Sustainable Development of Small Island Developing States is an identity Barbados program for action addresses particularly vulnerability of SIDs to climate change, climate variability, and sea level rise. Featured prominently UNDP initiatives, Climate Promise Initiative SLP SIDs to prepare and enhance nationally determined contribution and disease progressive platform initiative empowers SIDs by building diplomatic, legal, and technical capacity for improved climate negotiation. Small and developing states accelerate modalities. Samoa pathway aims to address the unique challenges faced by the SIDs and to support their development. United Climate Change. This aims to secure a legal opinion from the traditional of the ICG regulations of states in respect of climate change. International Tribunal of the Law, the ITLOS advisory opinion concerning the obligations of the parties of the UNCLOS on climate change mitigation. Indian Himalayan region is in the review of the reason. So the recent judgments of the Supreme Court, the new fundamental right to be free from climate change impact associated with sustainable deployment a model for the Indian Himalayan region is more than the NKMK Ranjit versus Union of India case. The Supreme Court recognized the right to free from the adverse effects of the climate change under Article 14 and 21 of the Indian Constitution. Ashok Kumar Raghav versus Union of India case. The Supreme Court asked the central government and petition to suggest a way for to enable the court to pass directions on the carrying capacity the Himalaya states and towns for sustainable development. Carrying capacity is the minimum maximum population such that the ecosystem can sustain without getting degraded. In state of Telangana versus Muhammad Abdul Qasim case, the court had said that the need of the harbour is to adapt an ecocentric view of the environment where nature is the core. Aspirations for growth and development of the Indian Himalaya regions need to be aligned with the science and the connects the people with nature. Okay, about Indian Himalayan region. Himalayas are young fold mountains that are technically active and formed as a result of massive collision between Eurasian and European drifting Indian collide about 50 million years ago. ISR is spread across 30 Indian states or Union territories stretching across 2,500 kilometers, encompassing 80% of the Indian total geographical area and 50% of the country's forest cover and biodiversity. Biodiversity hotspot is several plants and animal species. Okay, in the Himalayas. In the modern important region and water source of the region known as a water tower of the earth is glaciers in the area feed majority of rivers like Ganga, Yamuna, Indus and Brahmaputra, supporting livelihood of about over 1.4 billion people whose various survival depends on relations of rivers. Ecosystem services it is a source of many ecosystem goods such as food, medicine and genetic resources and services like carbon sequestration, water pollution, etc. Regulating the climate by preventing frigid, dry, erratic winds blowing south into the subcontinent. It also forms a barrier for the monsoon winds. Okay, keeping them from traveling northwards and causing rainfall in the south of the Himalaya. Tourism, the high altitude lakes, bounded peaks, and scarred natural sites attract tourists and have vast potential of ecotourism, adventure tourism, and religious tourism like Amarnath and